Belong. I belong, you belong, we belong. Belong is a blue-banded bee and lives in Australia. The blue-banded bee is a solitary bee. This means that these bees like to live in their nests alone. Sometimes they like to build their nests close together, like neighbours. Belong was collecting pollen and began to wonder how to make friendships with other insects. Belong could hear Edward, the western honeybee. He was buzzing around the flowers, huffing and puffing. "Oh, why can't I get the pollen?" muttered Edward. "Jingery Jimbalung, are you okay?" said Belong. "Good morning, Belong. I've been trying really, really hard to get the pollen from this flower and can't," said Edward. "I can help. I'm a buzz pollinator. This means I can get to pollen hidden in flowers that other insects can't," said Belong. Belong grabbed the flower, wiggled about, then whoosh, the pollen exploded. "You're so clever, Belong. Thank you for helping me," said Edward. Belong was happy to help and flew away cheerfully. Belong spotted Lula the ladybug on the dandelions. Lula looked upset. Belong stopped to make sure she was okay. Lula was not feeling herself. Belong checked on her. She started to feel better. She thanked Belong as he flew off to find a drink. Belong flew and flew and flew. Belong was very thirsty and started to get a little upset. Next minute, kersplosh! He found himself all alone on the ground. "Help! Help!" yelled Belong. Edward and Lula flew as fast as they could. When Lula and Edward arrived, Belong knew that everything was going to be all right. "I like to be alone sometimes, but I'm also happy to be with my insect friends. I feel safe, special, and valued. It's easier to ask for help when we belong. It's cool to know that I belong, you belong, we belong," said Belong. Now, kids, have a think about what did you learn from the story? How do you feel when you belong? How can you help someone to feel that they belong? Did you know the blue-banded bee is native to Australia but aren't found in Tasmania or the Northern Territory? Their home is called a nest, not a hive. It's said that they're particularly like colours purple and blue.